Alright, what up people? Welcome back to Attack on Titan Season 3, Episode 22. The finale of Season 3 is here, and I am ready to watch it unfold. Grisha Jaeger and the Owl came up with a plan in the last episode, and the Owl pretty much sacrificing himself so that Grisha Jaeger can take his powers and go and take the Founding Titan's powers as well. So there's these really interesting things now coming up in the show where, like, you know, if you have the Founding Titan's power, you can only survive with it for 13 years, or so they say at least. Mikasa seems to think it's not true, and I was kind of thinking maybe, like they said, basically that Ymir lived for 13 years with the power, so that's what they want to happen, right? So that's what everyone else should, or that's the way it should be for everyone else. But is that the way it has to be for everyone else? Do they just actually die after 13 years? Does something bad actually happen? Eren Yeager has 8 years left, and then we'll find out. So scary stuff there. Like, imagine just knowing that you have 8 years in life left, like knowing the exact kind of time, the amount of time you have left. It would be pretty crazy. And then yeah, Eren obviously fighting for freedom, fighting for humanity, or what he perceives to be humanity, at least. The sons of Ymir, the children of Ymir, or whatever the hell they call them, I can't remember, but the people inside the wall, basically. And now we're gonna learn whether the people outside the wall still want all of them dead, or how it's gonna work. There's so much going on right now that honestly, I'm mind boggled. There's so much information that you have to process every episode over the last 3 or 4. Like, it's hard to keep up with everything, but I think I've been doing a decent job. I have to refresh my memory before every episode, because it's like you're getting so much information that you're never going to remember it all if you don't, like, kind of refresh your memory. Now, I did just watch the last one a couple hours ago. Took a break to watch some golf and stuff, but I'm back pretty much a few hours later, so I remember. It's all fresh in my memory, and I think that's kind of a good way to do it. It's like binge it a little bit, you know? Binge it a little bit by bit. Anyway, we're gonna jump in to the finale right now and see how it unfolds. Will Grisha Jaeger's story continue? Will we learn more about that? The Owl obviously saying as well at the end there that they know of Armin and Mikasa, and they have to save Armin and Mikasa. So is this some sort of, like, loop? Is this some sort of loop that they're in, where they're continuously wiping their memories, and then the loop goes on and they fail again and again and again? And I remember Erwin kind of mentioning stuff like that as well, like destined to fail, you're destined to the same thing over and over again. The Beast Titan mentioned it, actually, when Erwin was charging them down. He was like, are you guys really just gonna do the same thing over and over and over again? So, like, there's obviously some sort of loop. Like, there's some sort of thing happening where they just keep suffering the same fate and keep going through the same thing. I don't know. I'm really intrigued to see how it all plays out, though. The next season is the last season after all, so we're getting close to the end. But anyway, if you want to check out the next 16 episodes, we're probably deep into Season 4 right now over on the Patreon page, so check that out, and let's jump in to the finale right now. You can get Season 4, Episode 1 right after this one if you sign up as a free member on the Patreon page. Let's jump in right now to the finale of Season 3. I'm ready. My body is ready, but is my mind? I don't know. The 9 Titans, the Attack Titan, Eren Yeager. The Attack Titan.
過去にエレンは無垢の巨人を操り、窮地を逃れたことがあります。
Also, yeah, Dina Fritz having killed Eren's mother and trying to kill Eren as well, I guess. Like, was Dina Fritz doing that because she's jealous that Grisha came and married someone else? Or is it more of something to try and help humanity, or, like, trigger something in Eren? I'm not exactly sure, but because, you know, we got that electricity offer when she punched that fist, and we saw Historia get that same thing when she touched the letter from Ymir. So there's obviously something in that, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Yeah, so Eren's choosing to keep this to himself, we found out in the last episode, right?
それができなければ繰り返すだけだ。同じ歴史を、同じ過ち。
The same history, the same mistakes over and over.
ミカサやアルミ、みんなを救いたいなら使命を全うしろ。
And it sounds like, based off what he's saying, that he means that literally, not figuratively, right? The exact same mistakes, the exact same thing happening over and over again.
ミカサ、アルミ、誰のことだ？さあ、わからない。誰の記憶だろう。
So yeah, he's getting other people's memories as well, but from the future, right? Which is crazy. Or it's because it's happened and it's some sort of loop. He's either getting memories of someone from the future, or it's happening again and again and again, you know? Either way is crazy. Last time we'll see this intro, right? Maybe the last time we'll see Erwin on the screen. Because he might not be in the intro for the next one, you know? Because he's dead. The Other Side of the Wall, episode 59 in total. I'm ready.
世界。しかしこのことを公表すれば壁は大混乱に陥りますぞ。
Yep.
そうだ。我々でさえことの大きさを測りかねている状態にあるのだ。レース王がやったように何も知らない民をこの壁の中で飼おうというのか。
That is true.
ならば我々には何の大義があってレース王から王冠を奪ったのだ。
It's a good point, Pixies.
100年前レース王が民から奪った記憶を100年後の民にお返しするだけです。
See, there is positives and negatives to this, because like you don't want to deceive the people and rob them of their memories, but at the same point, is this instilling a hatred in them that can only lead to bad outcomes, is the worry that I'd have, you know? Like you're instilling a hatred of the outside world where they're gonna want revenge on the people outside the walls, but maybe that's what needs to happen. I don't know.
これからは一致団結して力を合わせなくてはなりません。
You gotta fight back at some point, right?
我々と同じ祖先を持つ民族、ユミルの民だった。
Subjects of Ymir, that's what it was. Subjects.
100年前にこの壁を築き、巨人の力で民衆の記憶を改ざんし、壁の外の人類は滅亡したと思い込ませた。我々ユミルの民をこう呼んでいる。
A race of devils.
悪魔の民族と。近い将来、敵はこの土地の資源獲得を口実に侵攻を開始する。
もう記事は出た後ですが、一連の話の信憑
Yeah, how much of it is like
少
factual?
なくとも我々がずっと抱いていた疑問とは辻褄が合ってる。それで町の反応は？
様々です。そのまま受け取るもの、笑い飛ばすもの、未だ平成権に異を唱え、
See, I was gonna say that as well. I was gonna say that as well. Like, how many people are actually gonna like believe it? You know, like if a government did come out and try and tell you this kind of stuff, like not everyone's gonna believe it. Obviously, there's gonna be a difference of opinion, and it is kind of a crazy thing to put out there. But yeah, I mean, insane. It would send society into raptures, right?
混乱状態です。
Chaotic.
ああでも仕方ないよ。調査報告が我々の飯代だ。
あなた方を誇りに思います。同じ壁に生きる者として、または働く者として。
どうも。
ああ今度は調査兵団を担いで記事を書くといい。
Okay, Levi.
私
Smart
た
ass.
ちはこれからどうなります？世界中の人々が我々を人ではなく有害な化け物とみなした。その結果、あの地獄が繰り返されるのだとしたら。
Also, how can you tell a human apart from a subject of Ymir? Like how do they differentiate, other than the fact that they can become a titan, which you can't tell biologically, right? You can't tell without injecting them with that thing. Like how are you supposed to know? Like how would, like, say everyone inside the walls got outside the walls somehow and just blended in. How would they be able to tell that they're subjects of Ymir? That's the kind of confusing part that I'm a little bit like, how would they be able to know the difference? Is there some telling difference between the two races? Because obviously they just look like normal human beings, right? They do just look like normal human beings. So what differentiates them from the people outside the walls? Or is there any differentiation? They just knew about these specific people and had them in camps, and they've always known exactly where they are and who they are, and that's how they've kept them in check. That's something that I was kind of just thinking about, you know?
やあ、壁の英雄たちよ。
ヒッチ来てたのか。
She's back!
あんたたちが勲章もらうの見に来たんだよ。
そうか。
マルロ・フロイデンベルクは俺と同じキューボ入団の新兵で、
R.I.P. Marlo.
その中でも俺たちをよくまとめてくれた。でも最後はあそこに行ったことを後悔しただろう。
Yeah, maybe she made the right decision.
ありがとう。式でヘマしたら笑ってやるから。
おい、なんでそんなことを。
でも誰かが本当のことを言うべきだろう。
Damn.
君がエルヴィン団長を生き返らせようと必死だったこと。
Yeah, he was like begging about Erwin, right?
お前じゃなく団長がふさわしいと思った。でもそれは俺だけじゃない。みんなだ。報告書を読んだ誰もがそう思った。
Well, listen, I'm sure Armin thought the same thing when he woke up, you know? Like, it's not like he made the decision. So, get out of his grill, bitch. Armin also was like, why the hell would you revive me instead of Erwin, right? So, maybe hop off his dick.
なんでエルヴィンじゃないんだって。
Because Erwin made the decision, alright?
お前がアルミンの何を知ってるって言うんだ。言ってみろ。知らないな。お前ら二人とリヴァイ兵長が市場に流され、注射薬を私物化し、合理性に欠ける判断を下したからだ。要は大事なものを捨てることができなかったからだろう。
For Eren, yes, that was the case, but not for Levi.
なあ、もうお前そろそろ黙れよ。その点ミカサはまだ大人だった。最終的には諦めたんだから。
Oh.
おい、急に何だってんだよ。フロック、これから死んだ仲間を弔おうって式の場なんだぜ。
なんでもう終わった話を蒸し返すんだよ。お前らは上官に歯向かうわけでもなく、エレンとミカサを止めるわけでもなく、ただ見てただけだったよな。
Tensions are running high right now. Flock is dropping some truth bombs on these guys, man. And I mean, I'm not sure he's completely right, but I mean, he's right in what he's saying. I just don't think he has all of the information and all of the context to make it make sense, you know? So, yeah.
何の勲章だ？誰を弔う？エルヴィン団長なしでこれからどうするつもりなんだよ。そりゃ俺みてえな雑魚使い捨てるぐらいしか使い道もねえだろうが。
Erwin inspired him.
雑魚にだってな、寝踏みする権利くらいはあるだろう。
エルヴィン団長が生き延びるべきだ。
I mean, that's what I was saying. That's what Armin thought since the start.
ことができるのは僕じゃない。
未来は誰にもわからないはずだ。だいたいお前は見たのかよ。
Levi's just
壁
listening.
の外。壁の外には何があるんだ。
海。
The sea.
そうだ。海がある。でもまだ見てないだろう。俺たちはまだ何も知らないんだよ。炎の水も、氷の大地も、砂の雪原も。可能性はいくらでも広がっている。
Armin still has something to live for.
きっと壁の外には自由が。
おい、ガキども
R.I.P.
時間だ。並べ。
Yeah, Levi was just listening because I think Levi also is having like a hard time dealing with the weight of what he did. Like he could have saved his friend and commander as well and chose not to. Even though I still kind of think that Erwin made the choice, right? I still think like that's going to haunt Levi a little bit. So he's like kind of holding back and just listening and trying to not get involved because he has some guilt around it as well.
このまま何も変わらなければ、またあの惨状が繰り返される。何かを変えることができるなら、自分の命ぐらいいくらでも捧げてやるのに。
The music right now is fire.
俺には ヒストリアを犠牲にする覚悟がない。
Yeah. He said he'd easily sacrifice his own life, but not Historia's.
こんなこと誰にも。
Oh, fuck. We're seeing it again.
私は壁の外から来たエルディア人。今すぐ壁に攻めてきた巨人を殺してください。妻や子供たちが壁の民が食われてしまう前に。
Wait. Shit, look! She got the purple eyes all of a sudden, which means it was the king's will, right? Oh, fuck. So, Grisha didn't just go in there and murder them, right? He tried to reason with them. He tried to talk to them. Look at his face. Good lord. Intent for the future. It is evident that the world perceives us as a race of devils. The people of our world wish to eradicate us subjects of Ymir. However, we must simply not wait for our extermination to come about. As long as we live, we must strive to ensure our survival, and our efforts to prevail must never cease. However, is a display of power enough to frighten the world our only method of doing so? Hell yeah!
トロスト区から昇降機が解放され、街道の舗装事業が開始される頃には草花が芽吹き、蝶が舞っていた。避難住民が故郷へ帰ることを許されたのは、
Holy shit!
トロスト区襲撃から1年が経過する頃であった。
I'm getting hyped!
ウォールマリア街への壁外調査を開始した。
ウォールマリア内に入っていた巨人がほとんどだった。俺たちは奴らを1年でほぼ淘汰しちまったらしい。
そんじゃ予定通り目的の場所を目指す。
Everything's feeling too happy right now, though. Something terrible's about to happen, right? No doubt. They're not going to end the season on a positive note. Okay, Aaron, with the longer hair. Birds! The sea is coming, Armin.
巨人だ。やっと現れたか。気をつけろ。
What?
あそこに。
おい。
Aaron looks badass.
奥にされた。俺たちの同胞だ。近いぞ。
Damn, the tears in his eyes kind of sad, though.
おい。こいつをこのまま置いてくのか。殺さなくていいのかよ。
Yeah, it was just... They're just gonna leave him there? He'd already crawled this far. I don't know about that. Are they gonna arrive at the place where the humans, like, kicked them off the dam? Right? And made more titans? The wall. That's the wall. Where Grisha was. Holy shit, this is the sea. Armin's about to see the sea. Tell me he gets to see it, man.
間違いない。ここの場所で。
Yep.
エルディア人は巨人にされた。
Dude, I don't got a good feeling about this, though, because they're getting way closer to humans now, right? Or the non-subjects of Ymir humans. There it is. Wow. It is crazy, like, they've never seen an ocean before. Something as simple as the ocean, which, you know, we take for granted, like... How incredible would it be to see something like that for the very first time? Yeah, you don't want to get that in your eyes, lads.
おい、ハンジ、毒かもしれねえから触るんじゃね
え。It's so interesting seeing them like this, you know? A little more laid back.
商人が一生かけても取り尽くせないほどの巨大な塩の湖があるって。
すっげえ広いな。
You don't even know how big.
ねえヘレンこれ見てよ壁の向こうには
海があって海の向こうには自由があるずっとそう信じてた
Now you're here.
でも違った海の向こうにいるのは敵だ
Yeah.
何もかも親父の記憶で見たものと同じなんだ全部殺せば俺たち自由になれるのか
I don't know that's gonna be quite that easy, man. Dude, the crazy part is, like, I get the feeling now that we're gonna literally have Eren and the scouts and the subjects of Ymir going and plundering and killing human beings, like, all of them, and we're gonna have to, like, choose a side. Right? Like, I have a feeling they're gonna play it from both sides, where they're gonna have humans who have families that they care about, and obviously they're gonna play on our human emotions, and then we're gonna have the Titans, or the subjects of Ymir, versus the human beings. This is gonna be insane if that's the case. Wow, that's the end of the season. Holy moly. They made it. Armin saw the sea. Unbelievable season. Season 3, definitely my favorite so far. I just loved how it started off. Like, the season started off maybe slow in terms of action, but I love the politics and the Game of Thrones style fucking dance for the power in the city. And then we had the crazy action in the middle. And then towards the end, we had this huge new revelation. It's like it's broken into 3 different sections. The politics, the battle, and then the aftermath of the knowledge that we found in the basement, you know? And as Robin says, the point of no return in the show. And it completely changes the dynamic of the show and how it's going to be going forward, you know? Season 4 is going to be completely different. Like, look at this. They're showing us what's going to happen. Like, humans dead. By whose hand, though? That's interesting. I don't know if that's like a preview for next season or what it is, but yeah, that's because we're seeing women and children there as well, like specifically, which is definitely where I feel like they're going to play on our human emotions. Oh, we have a little... Hang on. He brought that with him. Guys, holy moly, I am ready for season 4. If you are too, you can check it out now on the Patreon page. You can get episode 1 as a free member or sign up as a paid member. You can get access to the next 16 episodes right now. Thank you for all the support. It's been awesome, and I'll see you guys soon. What a season. What a show. And yeah, can't wait to see more. See you next time. Peace out, friends. Have a good one.